Well, let me ask you a question. Ice Cube recently said that Mike Epps is funnier than Chris Tucker.
I think that's a Grudge statement. Ice Cube was getting old too. Hold on.
You know something? I brought this up when I interviewed Michael Blackson.
Mm-hmm.
I actually have the script for the next Friday movie.
What do you mean?
I have it. I wrote it. You want to hear it? I'll lay it out for you.
Let me hear it.
It's called The Friday Before I Die. Everyone from the Friday, it's going to be filmed after everyone dies from all the Friday movies. And Ice Cube was the only last living person. And the movie starts off on a Thursday, and the next day is Friday, and he dies. The end.
No.
That's how the final Friday movie will happen.
No.
He's almost there. He's almost there. Most of the people, there's a lot of people on Friday that are no longer around.
Yeah.
Zeus, Tiny, the father. You want some too, old man? No. Bernie Mac.
You talking about Red.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Who else? Who else?
Michael Clark Duncan was in Friday.
Michael Clark Duncan had a role in it. He died. What do you call it? The crackhead, Ezel.
Yep, right. Yeah.
He died. Tons of people, man.
Yesterday. I hear what you're saying, but maybe that's, I don't know why he said that.
John Witherspoon.
Yes. I don't know. I'm not, listen. If it's not a ton of money, I ain't doing it anyway. So,
You wouldn't do it off the strength? You mean to tell me that if he said, yo, listen, I finally got the final Friday script. We got the green light. We just want you. We need Big Worm in there for 10 minutes.
I would do 10 minutes
for
a fee. The second fee was so insulting. I'm like, wow, they really don't think, I guess they don't need me, so it's all good. I never felt any kind of way. But he's wrong about, Mike Epps is man, he's like my little brother, man. I love that kid. He recently had me on his TV show. Just, you don't have, but Chris Tucker was a bad motherfucker at one point.
Didn't he start touring again? Start doing stand-up again? Recently?
Yeah, but it ain't that Chris Tucker.
It's not the same Chris
Tucker. Chris Tucker only had 15 minutes of material. And the first time we went out, he was like, hey, man, I'm doing DC Saturday. This was a Monday. And I was on the Parenthood. I'm doing you want to do it with me? I'm thinking it's like a little theater. It's all right. How much I'm getting paid, nigga? Man, why? Chris don't want to get no money. Gives me $1,000. We fly to DC. It's Constitutional Hall. It's sold out twice. Do you know where Constitutional Hall is?
I have not been there.
It's where Eddie Murphy did Delirious.
Okay. All right. So it's a big
fuck yeah.
Big spot. Yeah, it's huge.
We did 2 shows there. Melody Camacho goes out, slays it. Chris said, put an intermission on. He puts the intermission on. Then Chris comes back and does 10 minutes. Hot 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Go to intermission. I close out the show. I'm like, bitch. I'm not headlining. This is your show. It say Chris Tucker and friends. I go out and have a great time. I always remember that show because you never know. It was like a treat. I don't even think they knew I was coming, but it was a great show. But yeah, Chris Tucker, I think he has 35 minutes now.
Well, no, I remember him from Def Comedy Jam.
Killing it.
Well, it's like, Mama, like, Chris, come down, come, and Mama, I'm trying. Like the whole
It
thing.
used to be certain comedians would get standing ovations. Ricky Harris, Louis Dix, Mark Curry, Chris Tucker, myself, Bernie Mac. You had to bring the house down. You had to. To be called a comedian. You couldn't tweet. These motherfuckers had to be. You seen you seen a sketch on Living Color about Def Jam?
Which one?
Oh, they just Def Jam and they come out and they just everybody. It was literally like that. I mean, that was Def Jam, but then you had the Apollo. I remember doing Apollo, and I'm hearing Steve Harvey, America's Great House Nigga, talk about the story he did at the Apollo, but he mentions Jamie Foxx and DL getting booed. I was like, no, motherfucker, that was me and you. And I didn't get booed. You can go right now and look at my set at the Apollo. I'm wearing a green thing. My hair I'm square as a motherfucker. We take the same day. The same day. But in his little story, I seem to not fit the little bullshit story. Only Jesus wanted me to come down. And fuck out of here, nigga.
You don't like Steve Harvey?
I did back then.
Okay.
I did. He was the first person at the Apollo.
He was the host of the Apollo at one point, right?
No, I'm talking about when we first did it.
Before, okay.
In the 1989.
Okay, yeah.
He tells a story now about I was doing the Apollo and I had $15 and I went there and I had some chicken but he leaves out, it was one bad motherfucker who didn't get booed. I only remember Jamie being there because I know I would remember Jamie and DL. Let's say taped earlier that day, like 1 o'clock. I taped around 6. I taped first and then Steve taped after me. Great set. My shit's online. But I'm like, how you gonna conveniently leave me out this story? But I guess it's when I tell stories, I can just leave. Oh yeah, I tell a story about me and Chris going to Constitution Hall and go, well, it was me and another comedian. Huh. The fuck is wrong with you, man? So I was like, these. So when these, they have they're angling shit from there, to look good. For the truth is always gonna look good. It might not be sexy, and it might not nothing you can tell in church. What? Motherfucker, tell the truth, bitch. But I don't need that. But I was like, how you gonna make? Yeah. That time was very substantial to me because I had to ask the court, convince the court that I was a comedian.
Because you're on probation?
Yes. And the judge says, you know what? If you selling dope, you ask my mama this, if you selling dope, you'll be back in my court because I see everybody over and over and again. So, okay, Mr. Comedian, I ain't never seen the motherfucker